Hey, welcome. I've been wanting to actually share simple positions that teach a lot of things, and this is one of them. And what you're going to learn in this video is how to think in chess. In chess, basically, there are two ways of thinking. There is what we call calculation. That's when I go here, he goes there, I go here, he goes there. That's called calculation. And then there's general thinking, where you refer to positional concepts like occupying an open file or getting into an outpost. These are positional considerations. These are not concrete, but these are kind of like guiding posts for making moves in general in chess, which fit in with the strategy required for that particular position. And what I want you to understand is that these two things actually are inseparable, but for you to master them, you have to learn, first of all, to look at the most forcing moves. In other words, you have to look at calculation first before looking at general considerations. So this example, which I've got in front of you, demonstrates this effectively. So the idea behind looking for lines you can calculate first is that you might not need to use positional considerations because there's something very much forcing in the position. So in this particular case, a bit of imagination will show you that, okay, if you're playing white, you're a pawn down, but there's a lot of things going on in favor of white, and the knight over here, the active rook over here, and the terrible king position of black. So these things, when you start looking for forcing variations, you could observe that if you could get your queen to d5, it would be checkmate, right? If the knight wasn't there, it would be checkmate. So it makes you start looking at forcing moves, like, can I play knight c7, right? And my opponent takes, and I get this checkmate. Oh, I can do that. So you look a bit further, and then you realize, okay, if I play knight c7 in this position, he could take with the rook, and now you don't have checkmate because now the queen defends and you're not checkmating anyone. So it makes you look a bit further. What if the queen wasn't there? What if I could draw the queen away and then play knight check, right? Forcing to take the queen. So he doesn't really have a choice, otherwise he would lose the queen, take, and mate. And there you go. So that's a method of thinking. You look at the forcing moves first, and then if that doesn't give you an advantage, you then look at the general concepts later. And that's it. I hope that little gem of information helps you make better decisions.